Welcome back to another exciting day of Chernobylite. Well, I guess exciting, it really just depends on what's happening at any given time. I realize hiding in a bush isn't the most exciting thing ever, but we're all doing it for a good cause, to make it to the end, with as few deaths as possible. But I'm going to disappear for a minute because I'm pretty sure I'm about to get ambushed. I will catch you on the other side of this.
Who is this?
The real question is, who are you? Are you someone capable? Someone I can work with?
I recognize your voice. You're that guy from the Duga radar installation.
Call me Seshko. We can help each other.
Raised in the jungle, right?
Yeah, a concrete jungle called Moscow. Anyway, it seems we're both looking for someone. We might as well join forces. Besides, I have no love for these NAR droids you're tangled up with. They're in my way.
How do you know I'm looking for someone?
Please. It was practically written across your forehead last time I saw you. The music box, remember? That schizo old man also told me a few things about you when I was doing the Duga radar job.
Well, let's say I'm interested. Where do we go from here?
Let's meet in 2 hours. Talk face to face. Find me on the roof of Cafe Pripyat in the port. Don't be late.
You entered the zone like a ghost, but now so many people know about you and your mission. I don't like this, Igor. This is dangerous. Sashko is a real daredevil, all right. But like everyone else out here, he probably has his own agenda. Watch your step, Igor.
Okay, I am back, and I gotta say, I'm kind of looking forward to this. Go meet up with Sashka. I mean, that dude seemed pretty darn cool when we ran into him way earlier. So if we can get him on the team, he's got to be a valuable asset. I hope. I do recall... Oh, man. I think it was in something I was reading about the game, or a little video I watched prior to purchasing it, about some of your allies, if you don't treat them well, could betray you. So that thought is always in the back of my mind. Oh, crap. I hope I don't get someone that's going to betray me later. But, you know, I guess we'll see how it goes. I will say, on a side note, there's two things that kind of annoy me while playing this. One, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, is how often we keep going back to the same areas. I don't know, it kills me. It's kind of interesting to see how some things slightly change, but really, aside from the amount of enemies that show up, or the weather, or where the rad zones are, that kind of thing, I don't know. I kind of wish they went about this a little different, so you weren't constantly going back into the same areas over and over. But that's just a personal little complaint. The other thing is how much time I spend trying to figure out how to get between point A and point B. I mean, it is partially on me for not, seeing the path I should be taking. Of course, I'm sitting here struggling trying to figure out how to get to the things that light up when I scan. Like, they keep showing up, but how do I get to them, darn it? I'll figure it out in good time, right? So, either way, we had to go meet up with Sashka today, so that will hopefully be awesome. I suppose it very well could not be. Kind of like walking straight into radiation. That's not awesome. All in all, even with my little complaints, I am still thoroughly enjoying this game. I do wonder, though, would I have more fun if I was running and gunning? Really, if I was running and gunning, how long would I be able to stay alive? Something tells me I'd be dying a whole lot more. This whole being sneaky thing, well, it's boring. It does tend to keep you alive. But I think I'm going to hop out of here for now. Hopefully you enjoy what's coming next. And I will see you in the next one. Later.
Patrolling Pripyat almost makes you wish you were someplace else.
I hate being outside. Cold, wet, and full of mosquitoes all biting you in the dick. patrolling Pripyat almost makes you wish you were someplace else. When I finish my contract, I'm going to grow a beard. Chicks in Moscow dig beards. I wonder what's for dinner. Hope it's not that fucking pea soup again. I hope we run into some rabid dogs. I've always wanted to shoot a dog. When I finish my contract, I'm going to grow a beard. Chicks in Moscow dig beards.
No. No, I don't believe this.
Something. Checking. What's that? Show yourself! Flank and shoot the son of a bitch! maniac. What was his name? Kiminyuk? Huh? It's probably a rat or something. I hope we run into some rabid dogs. I've always wanted to shoot a dog.
All right, I've seen better, but it will do. Now, for the real test.
What do you mean? Test?
You think I trust you now? Why? Because you showed up? You need to show me I'm making the right decision. I want to see with my own eyes that when the time comes, you will not hesitate.
You want me to perform some parkour stunt for you? That's your idea of a test?
Whatever, call it what you want. I call it a bit of insurance. Now go. See? Never doubted you, Chief. Well done.
What was that all about?
Trust, Igor. It was about trust.
I hope this wasn't all for nothing. Will you join me now? That was crazy what you asked me to do. You know that.
Crazier than sneaking into the irradiated zone and playing tag with an army of mercenaries?
Point taken.
Like I said, we can help each other. But understand this, it's just a temporary partnership. You and I are not friends.
Sure thing, partner. Looking forward to working with you. Listen, who gave you the music box?
Crazy old man, like a vagrant. Normally I don't work with people like that, but it's not like the zone provides a lot of choice in clients. I did what I was asked of me, got paid and left. That's the end of it.
You mentioned that you're looking for someone. Who?
Normally I'd say, none of your damn business. But in the spirit of trust, I'll tell you. It's my brother. I need to find him and ask him some questions.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Hey there, old-timer. What's cooking?
Nothing much. I need to remember to check the dosimeters.
Ain't radiation a stone-cold bitch? That raggedy-ass old man. The other one, I mean, was rambling about it not too long ago.
About what?
About Pripyat being contaminated even before the Chernobyl disaster. You're a scientist. Is there any truth to it?
Tarakan may not be the most reliable source of information in the zone, but in this case, he might be right.
Explain.
For starters, the choice of Pripyat as a location for a nuclear power plant was a mistake.
Was it? It's fairly secluded. Nothing but woods and swamps. Perfect spot to keep things secret.
Swamps, exactly. Swampland is very poor in certain minerals and elements. Same goes for the vegetation in this whole area. Because of this, the local plants absorb pretty much everything very quickly. Even if it's poisonous, like, for example, the radioactive isotope of iodine. Also, both the Soviet Union and some NATO countries have been testing nuclear weapons like crazy since the 50s, pushing millions of tons of radioactive fallout into the atmosphere.
Right. I watched something about that on YouTube. Castle Bravo, Tsar Bomber, serious shit.
And it only intensified leading up to 1963. The nuclear players wanted to conduct as many tests as possible before the PTBT came into effect.
PTBT?
The Partial Test Ban Treaty, an agreement between the USSR and the West that nuclear testing should be conducted underground only. But hundreds of nuclear explosions had already polluted the atmosphere all over the world, including over Chernobyl. If someone had bothered to take a Geiger reading of the marshes around Pripyat before building the power plant, they'd have found out it was already irradiated.
Unfucking believable.
Hey, Sashko, you're experienced, right? Is there anything you can teach me, about...
About what? Living on the streets? I'm not offended. I can show you a thing or two, but you need to practice if you're serious about improving.
Actually, I can't do it right now. I would like to redistribute our gear.
Sure, redistribute the shit out of it. How are things, Professor?
I would like to redistribute...
Sure.
Stay away from rats, Mousy.
For sure. I can't stand those furry little ankle biters.
We'll build an aeroplane. We'll soar above the forests. We'll soar above the forests. And then we'll come back to Mama. But Mama isn't there anymore. Where is Mama?
Ugh, you're always creeping me out, Tarakan.
Mama was taken by the Rat King. 1, 2, 3. The Rat King is always watching.
Taken where?
To Ozersk. Mama was a chemical engineer. She helped build the power source for the very first Rat King.
Ozersk? City 40?
The Rat King gave the order to hundreds of thousands of mice. And the poor little creatures kept on digging, 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 digging. In the rain, in the mud, in the snow, in the freezing cold. Many died. When the big hole was finally ready, they built the device.
Your mum was there?
Then she vanished. She turned into stardust. They always do. Mama was close. Close enough to see everything. She was discovering the mysteries of the Rat King's energy. The key to Chernobylite.
I'm sorry, Tarakan. I know how it feels to lose someone you love.
Hey there, boss man. Got a minute?
Sure. What is it?
I need to ask you something, Igor. And you have to be absolutely fucking straight with me.
Whoa, Mikhail. Should I be scared?
No, but I need you to really take me seriously. I sometimes get the feeling that you don't. What are your plans with NAR and Kozlov?
I don't know yet. Why?
Because I've got a feeling that you'd be willing to parlay with them, even come to some kind of agreement. And I want to make sure you understand that I won't fucking allow it.
Is that so? What would you have me do, Mikhail?
Annihilate the motherfuckers, that's what I'd have you do! Hang Kozlov from the highest branch of the tallest tree in Pripyat!
Look, I came here to find Tatiana. That's what matters to me.
Right. That's what matters to you. And what about me?
There's a lot of anger in you, Mikhail. I get it, but...
But what? But your motherfucking pain is better than mine? You pose as a cool and level-headed guy, but sometimes you act like an egocentric prick.
What do you want from me, Mikhail?
Tatiana is your goal, not mine. I will have my closure, and I'll have my revenge. You have no problem using me for your mission whenever it suits you. There may come a time when I use you for mine.
Please, just try and cool off. Don't do anything rash.
No promises, Professor. No fucking promises.
Hi, Igor. I trust everything's going well.
Yes, what about yourself?
I'm as well as can be expected.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yes. I've seen some really fucked up shit since I became a soldier of fortune. I fought Somali pirates, trained insurgents in Latin America. I even helped squash an uprising at a diamond mine in Africa.
You never felt what you were doing was somehow... wrong?
I never really thought about it. War is all I've ever known. Besides, it's a matter of perspective. To NAR, you and me are the bad guys. Reactionaries, terrorists.
You're overthinking this.
Don't worry. I remember where my loyalties lie, and who's paying me. Besides, I still have a score to settle with that Black Mask freak.
What's up, Professor?
I'm thinking about our next move.
I'm tired of all this thinking and planning. When are we gonna get up off our hands and do something? We should be out there, giving NAR 9 kinds of hell.
Do you really hate them that much?
I don't hate all of them. I even have a few contacts who help me with trade. But on the whole, NAR is pure evil. They should be destroyed, pulverized, eradicated, buried, wiped off the face of the earth.
That sounds a lot like hate.
They took my mom and my friends from me. Those fuckers capitalized on human misery. What could be lower than that? Rented the area from a corrupt government to make billions of dollars on unknown, untested technology? And then they have your Tatiana. Should I keep going?
Right. Yes. Tatiana's why I'm here. And if I find out they did something to her, they will pay. But bringing down NAR is not my priority. I'm not here to make the world a better place.
But you should be. I don't get it. I could never understand why your generation made a pact with the devil.
What would you have me do instead?
Shoot the devil in the face, preferably with both barrels of a sawed-off over-under.
In the area you're so nostalgic for, you could be arrested for nothing whatsoever. Speaking out of turn, or purchasing bread without your ration card. And they'd round up your family too. In order to survive, you compromise. Sometimes that compromise is ugly.
I would have fought against my oppressors.
You'd have done shit. The KGB would have thrown your ass in Lubyanka in less time than it takes to buy a counterfeit watch in Red Square. But times are changing, I guess. Perhaps your generation will usher in the change we need, Olga.